among the most difficult SAT math questions you really got to look deeply into in order to connect the dots. My name is Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and ivymasters.com, and today we're going to look at the dreaded Test 3, Section 4, number 36, which reads, point P is the center of the circle in the figure above. You look, boom, there's P. What is the value of X? Pretty simple, it's asking for the value of X. Question among the toughest of SAT questions. Why? Well, the easiest way to solve it is actually, if you take a line and you connect A to P, you might notice that that is a radius of the circle. And you might notice that P to B is also a radius and P to C is also a radius. Well, what's true of radii? They're all equal. So I'm going to put a single line next to each of those to show that they're equal. And what's true of, notice I formed a couple of triangles there. What's true of triangles that have two equal sides? Well, they also have two equal angles. So if this is 20 degrees, then I know that this is 20 degrees. And then I also know that this is 20 degrees. And what do all triangles add to? They add to 180 degrees. So I could say 20 plus 20 plus the missing obtuse angle here is going to equal 180. So 20 plus 20 is 40. And then if you subtract that from 180, you get 140 for that degree measure. Do the same thing for that side, 140 for that degree measure. And how many degrees are there in check this out, a circle? So if I go right in the middle to that central circle, back in the day when you, instead of saying subtract, you said take away. If I take that circle and I take away the 140 and I take away the other 140, that's going to be 360 degrees minus 280 degrees, and you're going to get your answer 80. It's one way to solve it. I'll show you a couple other ways to solve it as well. One thing is, if it does not say figure not drawn to scale, the figure is drawn to scale, you can trust the figure. So on test day, you're going to be given two pieces of paper. One piece of paper where you have the questions, the other piece of paper where you scan stuff in. You could draw lightly on that Scantron sheet and trace this angle here. First of all, if you're to make an educated guess, you could take a corner of any piece of paper and see that there's a little less than 90 degrees. But if you traced it and then you turn the page, you turn the paper like sideways and saw how many 20-degree angles would fit within this X degrees, you would find that it is exactly 80. It's another way to do it. And then lastly, you'd have to remember something from geometry, which is that this angle is 1/2 of this angle. So that angle would be 1/2 X. You'd also have to know that there's 360 total degrees in every four-sided figure, in every quadrilateral. In that case, your equation would be, now notice, 1, 2, 3, 4 angles have to add to 360. So that would be 20 plus 20 plus 1/2 X plus, what would we call this big angle here? We would call it 360 minus X plus 360 minus X, and that's going to equal 360 because there's 360 degrees in the quadrilateral. If I subtract 360 from both sides, those 360s are gone. 20 plus 20, 40. 1/2 X minus X, it's going to be, minus 1/2 X, and that's going to equal 0 because I canceled the 360 on the other side. If I add 1/2 X to both sides, I get 40 equals 1/2 X. Multiply both sides by 2 and I get X equals 80. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You could share it with someone who has trouble with these crazy hard geometry type questions. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.